Salvete discipuli, and welcome to our next lesson on our newest set of inflections, the present tense forms of the verb to be. You will need to have a verb chart for the present tense forms of to be, which you can find in the resources folder in chapter 2. I also have paper copies of it for you if you prefer taking traditional notes. Make sure that the top of the handout says sum, esse, fui, forms or inflections. Pause the video now and write the information that you see on the chart onto your own chart, and then restart the video and I'll give you a bit of explanation about some of what we're looking at. So let's take a look at the specific forms of the verb to be. One of the things that you should notice right away is that you see the exact same endings on the verb to be that we have for the present tense. M, S, T, MUS, TIS, and NT. Those are the same things that you see on the blue charts that you have for the regular verb endings, and they represent the exact same subjects. Notice that the verb to be is different because we're not looking at just an ending, but we are actually looking at an entire word. So that means that when I see the word sum in a sentence, I will translate it as I am. I can also translate it as I am being. Es is you are, or you are being. Est is he, she, or it is, or he, she, or it is being. Sumus, we are, or we are being. Estis, you all are, or you all are being. And sunt, they are, or they are being. Please note that if you see the word est, E-S-T, or sunt, S-U-N-T, in a sentence, you may also translate them there is for est and there are for sunt. When you use there is or there are instead of he is or they are, or he is being or they are being, will depend on what it sounds like in the sentence. You always want to pick the translation that will sound best for the context of the sentence. That also applies to whether or not you say I am or I am being. So let's review some things that we've learned. First of all, these are words, not endings. We also learn that the subject of each of these words, I, you, he, we, you, and they, is represented by the same endings that we have already learned, MST, MUS, TIS, and NT. Finally, let's remember that even though there are multiple ways for translating each of these verb forms correctly, you want to pick the one that will make the best sense in the context of the sentence. So if it sounds better to say there is instead of he is or he is being, choose that translation. If it sounds better to say he is, choose that. This concludes our lesson on the present tense forms of the verb to be. Now, let's make sure we become very familiar with them. Class dismissed.